Hello, kindergartners! I hope you're excited for another great day of math. I'm Miss Ronigan, and I'm very excited to be doing math again with you today. So, we are going to get started right away with our new favorite, patterns. But today when we make our patterns, we already have the pattern name, and we have to decide how are we going to make this pattern today. Grab your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker so you can follow along with me. This right here is an A-B pattern, which means we're going to have two different kinds of parts of our pattern. Let's think about this first pattern having shapes. We're going to make the A shape is going to be one kind of shape. The B shape is going to be a different kind. Let's start with circles. I'm going to grab my marker and I want you to do the same. Let's make our A be a circle. Remember, the circles are nice and round. They start and they end together at the same spot. Their lines aren't straight, but they're always bent all the way around. So every time we see a circle in this pattern, that's going to be an A. Our B, let's have it be a square. Squares have four straight sides that are all the same length. So I want you to practice drawing your circle and your square. Then we're going to keep finishing this pattern together. On your whiteboard, I want you to make this A-B pattern using circles and squares. Make your pattern all the way down your whiteboard. All right, when you have made your circle and squares, next I want you to label them. We already know that every time we see a circle, it's going to be the letter A. Every time we see a square, it's going to be the letter B because this is an A-B pattern. So now I want you to label your shapes. These are all capital letters. Make sure you do it right below or underneath them. When you're all done drawing your pattern shapes and labeling them, give me a thumbs up. Awesome work. Now, down here, we are going to make another pattern, but it's going to have one more part because this pattern also has the letter C. So we have to have an A, B, C pattern down here, which means we're going to have three different kinds of shapes. So let's continue with the same. Every time we see an A, let's do a circle. Every time we have a B, let's do our squares. I love how your squares are getting so much better with those straight lines. Every time we see a C, let's add another shape. Ooh, this shape has three sides, 3 points. If you know what shape this is, shout it out to me. Triangle! You're right. Triangles have 3 straight lines with 3 points. There's the triangle. All right, on your whiteboard, I want you to make this ABC pattern all the way down. When you're done drawing your shapes, you know what to do. Label it right underneath with those capital letters. take a look at my shape right here. My pattern ended on a circle. The circle started our ABC pattern, but that doesn't mean that we have to always end with a C. So this pattern right here is going to end with our circle, which is the letter A. All right, make sure you label yours underneath your pattern. All right, so like I said before, I still have the circle. The circle is always the letter A. It's the start of the next pattern. So if I were to continue, it would have the B and then the C, but it could still stop with the letter A. All right, when you are all done drawing your shapes and labeling them underneath with your letters, give me a thumbs up. Great work. Now I want you to circle the repeating part of your pattern. The repeating part of my pattern is the circle, the square, and the triangle because that is the part that always repeats. I know that every time I see a circle, next there is a square, and then next there is a triangle. That's the end. So I know that if there's another triangle and I'm starting it over again, I will jump back to the start and draw another circle. Great work. All right, erase your board. Get ready for the next one. Oh, look at these letters. We are going to do now an ABB pattern. We know whenever we see two letters in a row that are the same, it's going to be the same shape, the same object, whatever part of the pattern we're using, those two will always be two in the row the same. Today, we are going to make them with numbers. So let's start off with the number 1. Make the number 1, which is our straight line down. Every time we see a number 1, that's going to be our A. What number comes after the number 1? The number 2. Great work. We've been practicing these 2s, and I cannot wait to see them. Our 2's half of a heart and a straight line across. So that is our B. For our next B, should I make the number 3? No, then that would be an ABC pattern because the C would be different. Since I have an ABP pattern, the second B is the same as the first B, which is the number 2. So again, I'm going to draw the number 2. So our pattern is ABB, which is a 1, 2, and 2. All right, I want you to continue this pattern on your whiteboard. Show us your very best numbers. All right, when you're done writing your numbers, I want you to continue labeling the pattern, which means writing your capital letters underneath. So if we have an ABB pattern, we're going to continue writing our A's underneath the number 1s and our B's under every time we see the number 2. Oh, these look really nice. Keep up the great work. I love these capital letters and those nice numbers you are drawing. When you are all done, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. We're going to make one more ABB pattern, and this time we're going to use shapes again because I sure love shapes, and it's so great to practice drawing our shapes. So we need a shape for the letter A. The shape I'm thinking of has 4 sides, 2 long and 2 short. If you know the name of the shape I'm thinking of, say it out loud to me. It's a rectangle. So when we make our rectangle, it's going to be a short line, the long line, short, and long again. So every time we see an A, we're going to make our rectangle. I'm thinking of another shape. For our letter B, this shape has 3 sides, 3 points at it. We already drew it. Shout it out to me if you know it. A triangle. All right, so every time we see a B, we always know that the B's are the same. So they are all going to be triangles. I want you on your whiteboard to continue making this ABB pattern. So it would show a rectangle, a triangle, and another triangle. All right, make it on your whiteboard, and then I want you to label the pattern underneath it. So I made my pattern, and remember, you don't always have to stop at the very end of the repeating pattern. So here I have A, B, B. Will you say it out loud with me as I label it? A, B, B. A, B. I only have one B that I end it with because there's only one triangle that I could fit on my board. All right, I want you to finish your pattern, label it with the letters, and give me a thumbs up when you're all done. Wonderful job. Let's circle the repeating part of our pattern. So we know that it goes A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B. If I had room, I would make another B to finish that pattern. So our pattern is an ABB pattern, so we're going to circle the rectangle, triangle, triangle. Circle your repeating part of your pattern too. Great work! We made a lot of different kinds of patterns, and now you get to take what we practiced and make your own on your math workbook page today. The first thing you do is always the same. Pick up a pencil and write your name. So I'm going to write Miss R, short for Miss Ronigan. We've really been loving how you've been writing your names with a capital letter at the start and lowercase letters all the way through. First, it says, draw 2 different A-B patterns. Use numbers for one and shapes for the other. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy, kindergartners, because we have been practicing this. So first it says use numbers for one. It already labels it for us. We already know that in this box we're going to make the A. The next box we're going to make the B. And then it starts back over with an A. So everything that we draw in these 2 boxes, it's going to repeat the rest of the way. I want you to think of what numbers you were going to use. You could start with the number 1. You could start with the number 5. You could start with the number 7. But every time you make an A, the number needs to be the same throughout the whole pattern. Are your numbers going to be backwards today? No, they're not. Can't wait to see them. I'm going to start with the number 3. So anytime that I see an A, I will make the number 3. Anytime I see the B, I'm going to make the number 4. So this is what my pattern is going to look like. I'm going to have 3, 4. So what comes after the 4? I start back over. It's the number 3. So 3, 4. Ooh, I start back over again, making 3, 4. Then it's another A, which is a 3, 4. Start back over again, 3, 4. Awesome. So we did our numbers. Next it says make a pattern with shapes. So I need to think of 2 different shapes because we're still making the AB pattern. We have to look back up here. So I know that these 2 shapes are going to be repeating throughout the whole entire pattern. I sure just love those triangles. So I'm going to start with the triangle as my A. And I'm going to do a circle for my B. So now I know that every time it has a triangle, a circle comes next. So I say triangle, circle. What comes next? You got it. Triangle, then what? circle. Awesome. Then what? Triangle. Great job. If you're making triangles on your patterns today, make sure you try to make those lines as straight as you can. Then circle. What comes after my circle? I start over the pattern again, which is a triangle. Nice job. Then what? Circle. Then what? Triangle. Then what? Circle. Oh, I know that you're going to do this amazingly. Then it says draw two different ABB patterns. Use numbers for one and shapes for the other. So just like we did up here, we have to make our patterns, but this time it's an ABB pattern. So anything in these three boxes are going to repeat. Remember, we use numbers for one and shapes for the other. Then down here, we'll use our shapes for another ABB pattern. It's going to repeat all the way down. Your teachers want to see you try your best, so I want you to do this part all by yourself. Then down here, it says draw two different ABC patterns. Whoa, boy. We get to have three different parts of this pattern. Use numbers for one and shapes for the other. So now when we make this pattern, everything in the ABC is going to repeat. Everything down here, ABC, is going to repeat all the way down. We always use numbers for the first one, shapes for the second, numbers and shapes. Remember to look at what kind of pattern it is on the top to help you decide what order your shapes or your numbers will be in. When you're all done with the front, flip it over for the back. On the back, we see some really cool animals. First, it says count the animals. Ring, which means circle, the number. Then color each group a different color. Ooh, look at all of these groups of animals. They are all so cute. Let's do this first group right here. These are the little duckies. Let's count them together. Touch and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to circle the number 4. Is this the number 4? 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 You're right. This is the number 4. So I'm going to circle that number, and then I have to color in this group. Whatever color I color these duckies, I can't color any of these other animals. So I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to use a yellow because I love seeing these yellow duckies. It's going to be tricky here, but I know you're going to do a really nice job coloring all of these duckies in. Try to stay inside the lines. Color as best as you can. Oh, I can't wait to see how you're going to color all these duckies. You're going to color all 4 of them. Can I use yellow on any other animals? No, I can't because it says to use a different color for each group. So I would color all of these duckies the color yellow. Let's take a look at these squirrels. I love these squirrels. My dog especially loves to look at squirrels. Let's touch and count them together. Use your finger. Count along with me. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 squirrels. Is this the number 3? 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 You're right, it is. So I'm going to draw a circle around it. I still really like the color yellow. Can I color these squirrels yellow? No, I cannot. I already colored my duckies yellow, so I need to find a different color. I'm going to color these squirrels black. So I'm going to try my best, stay inside the lines, and color this whole entire squirrel. You're going to do all 3 of these squirrels the same color. Don't forget to touch and count all the other animals and color each group a different color. Oh, I know you're going to do a really nice job coloring, won't you? When you are done coloring your squirrel, we have one more thing to do at the very, very bottom. Down here, we have this number. What is this number? It's a 0. It says to write the number 0. We have been so good at drawing those circles that I bet this is going to look really nice. We always start at the blue line at the very top. We go around to touch the bottom line, back up to touch the top. You're going to trace every single one and write them all on the lines. Don't forget to touch the bottom and touch the top. I want you to circle your very favorite 0 that you drew. So whichever one is your favorite, I want you to circle it. I like that one a lot better. Don't forget to use that eraser if it gets a little wild. All right. I want you to have a really great time in math today. Cannot wait to see you learning more and more every single day. Try your best and have lots of fun. See you later, alligator.